What's up everybody, 24/7 Bricks here, welcome back to a brand new video, and in today's video we're going to be continuing the Mini Moc series. This is season 6, episode 5. If you do like this video then please like, share and subscribe, as it really does help me out, and it allows me to keep producing good content for you guys. Comment down below if there's anything you'd like to see and we'll hop straight into today's video. So jumping straight into the build discussion, I'm going to run through all the different types of pieces that I'm going to be using. Now I like to do this so you guys can get a clear image of what I might be trying to do. So anyway, we've got several different colors here. We've got the sand color and the dark sand color. Now these always go well together, I find, in mocks, so I like using these together because they're really good contrasting colors. And on top of this we've got this olive green piece here. Now I've got this really interesting design or idea that I want to go with, so this mock is going to be a bit experimental with the color palette. Now we're going to be moving on to the plants. I've got a very simple plant palette that we're going to be using. I've got the dark green ferns and some recently acquired dark green grass pieces here, and we've got the classic sand green stem. Now all of these seem quite simple, but I assure you they'll be looking cool, so let's hop straight into the time lapse. After constant harassment, the ARC Trooper reluctantly agrees to take the inexperienced Padawan on a scouting mission with him and another clone trooper. Unexpectedly, things don't go to plan, and droids start appearing from nowhere, surrounding them. The Padawan ignites his lightsaber, keen and ready to fight. However, he lacks the experience the ARC Trooper and his accompanied clone have. They brace and get ready for a fight of their lives as more and more droids start to appear from the surrounding area. And this is the mock complete. Now I'm going to give you guys a quick 360 of the mock so you guys can get a clear overall view, so you guys can see all the details that this mock has to offer. Now if you have made it this far into the video, then I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching, as it really does help me out. And I do want to say, if you do like the content and you keep finding yourselves coming back to the channel, then please consider subscribing, as I really do appreciate it, as it keeps me motivated to keep building mocks for you guys and to keep providing good content. So comment down below your favourite part about this mock and we'll hop straight into the overall mock review. So now it's time to conclude this episode of the Mini Moc series, and I'm really happy with how this mock turned out. There are a few things that I'm a bit disappointed in, however it's not really my fault, as the bigger and bigger my mocks get, the more limited pieces I have. Now I didn't have very many tiles in green, so I couldn't really tile off much of the area. However, I did my best to cover it in green as much as possible. Now I've been doing a lot of rock work recently in a couple of the previous episodes, so I decided to give it a crack again. And instead of doing the classic grey rocks, I decided to do something a little bit different and decided to do a different texture. So we have the sand colours for the actual rock work, with the darker sand being on the bottom and the lighter sand colour being on the top, which looks really nicely, and I'm honestly surprised that it looks as good as it did. As I said at the start of this mock, this is a very experimental colour scheme. Now I'm really happy with how the sand and the green go together. I think it looks really nice. As well as this, I really do like the plants. They contrast quite nicely to the other colours in the mocks. Now I'm really happy with how the figure placement looks, and this is the second ever mock where I've actually tried to include the actual Padawan figure that I have for my Legion. I haven't really put him in any other mocks, but I decided to put him in this one as I thought it'd be a nice sort of idea. I love how the droids are surrounding the clones, and I love it how they're ready to fight and take them all on. Now going back to the plants, I decided to copy a plant that I've done in one of the previous mocks. However, instead of doing the red teeth pieces, I decided to add the clear yellow head pieces, which looks really nicely and gives it a nice bit of colour contrast. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. This mock turned out brilliant. I really did love building it. Thank you so much for watching again. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in next week's video.